When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle. When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle.
And we are now in the home stretch of our preliminary round dito po sa ating Filbasket Subic Championship presented by Coco Life. Coming to you from the Subic Bay Gymnasium here in Olongapo, Zambales. Noel Zarate, kasama po si Javi Palanya. And for today, we only have a doubleheader. Pati na rin sa Sunday, doubleheader po tayo ngayon. First game for today, Burlington EOG Sports versus Medical Depot. At of course, ang ating 7-10 game later on. That will be a battle of who will finish at the last place right now, unfortunately for these two teams. But they'll be back. FSD Makati Army kontra sa Muntinlupa Defenders.
And that's right, two crucial games today during our first game of this doubleheader that we have for today. Burlington EOG Sports looking to get a hold of that fourth spot, and Medical Depot looking to catch up with our leaders and try to get that twice to beat incentive.
Nakikita natin yung three-way tie dyan for 6th place right now. That can all change today in the final 4 days of our elimination phase dito. 3 teams sa ilalim. Alam na po natin, hindi naabot yung 7A Primus, FSD Makati, and the Muntinlupa Defenders. They played well, but they will be eliminated. So, we have 8 teams. Pwestuhan na lang po ang usapan natin dito in the final 4 days of the prelims. Let's take a look at our MVP race right now. Who will catch the Macho Machine? Ditong si Simon David Camacho.
And as you can see, the numbers on your screen, sobrang layo ng disparity ni Simon Camacho from number 2 Renz Palma, and it looks like wala na talagang makakaabot sa kanya. But let's see, what we've seen stranger things happen in this tournament.
That's obviously the case dito. May kita naman natin sa ating scoring averages. Jeff Viernes has only played limited games, but he also holds the record for most points in the game here with 32, averaging over 20 a game.
Yeah, Jeff Viernes has been spectacular here in the Filbasket Subic Championship in the few games that he has played, and he has led M-Trans Boracay de la Ia Batangas City Tanduay Athletics to crucial wins in this tournament to get a good placing in the playoffs.
At ito naman sa ating rebounding leaders, saan pa ba tayo titingin? Doon pa rin tayo sa Macho Machine. Itong si Simon Camacho, 13.4 a game. He's the only one who's been averaging in double-figure rebounds for the entire tournament.
Simon Camacho has all been consistent in this tournament, and he looks to lead his team to a good place in the playoffs para makasingit dun sa mga top teams natin.
And we will see him in action here today. And of course, our assist leaders, Pamboy Raimundo, has now overtaken Andre Armeñon for the moment. But Andre Armeñon, we're going to talk about this kid. He does more than just dish the rock. He is solid in all fronts. But for now, it is Pamboy who's the leader.
Yeah, Pamboy Raimundo able to lead his team in assists and the whole league actually. And yun nga, Burlington EOG going up against Medical Depot in today's first game of this doubleheader.
Well, let's talk about itong kupunan ng Burlington EOG Sports. That was a riveting win that they had in their last outing against the Davao Occidental Tigers, Coco Life. And you can call that an upset if you will. 76-69 ang score noon, and here are the numbers.
Burlington EOG pulled off an upset against one of the league's top teams, second place at Davao Occidental Tigers. Burlington was flat to start that game. In fact, it looked like they were the ones who came from a double overtime game. Davao led them 9 points at the half, but they eventually picked it up in the 3rd and 4th periods, totally silencing the Tigers in the final period.
The 69 points scored by Davao is their lowest in the tournament so far, and they were able to do it with their defense. Look at the way they just manhandled them in the rebounding category, pati na rin sa 3 points and the second chance points. So all of the numbers favoring itong grupo ni Coach Britre Roma in that riveting win, as we said, over the Davao Occidental Tigers. They have won 2 in a row. Now let's talk about Medical Depot. They do have the number 1, or the masasabi natin, the #1 MVP candidate on their team, but it really hasn't translated to wins at this point. Itong si San Medical Depot, only 4 wins and 4 losses.
Well, Medical Depot picked up a very crucial win in their last game against FSD Makati Army, 81-60. It would have been a totally dominant win, but FSD's 3-point shooting kept them in it. In the end, though, Medical Depot was just a handful, especially in the inside. Look at that, 40 points inside the paint compared to just 28 para dito sa FSD Makati Army.
Patrick Cabahug, of course, scored 17 points or 22 points in that one, or 17 points rather, and Simon Camacho with his usual double-double performance. Can he do it again today to lead itong koponan ng Medical Depot to this crucial win? Pwestuhan na po sa playoffs sa pinag-uusapan natin dito. Burlington EOG Sports versus Medical Depot sa ating first game. Here comes Ken Camiligan.
Presented by Coco Life. Today we have a doubleheader. Starting off with our match featuring Burlington EOG Sports versus Medical Depot. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, the starting 5 for the Burlington EOG Sports. At forward, 6'3" from West Negros, number 19, the Necro Slasher, Jan Normal. Also at forward, 6'1" from Lyceum, number 2, Enoch Valdez. At center, 6'4" from University of Manila, number 21, Batas Di Matias, Ronnie Matias. At guard, 5'11" from Iris, number 13, the Astro Boy, James Castro. And at the other guard, 6 feet from Jose Rizal University, number 15, Mr. Cool, Byron Villarias. Their coach is Brit Roma. And now the starting 5 for Medical Depot. At guard, 5'11" from the University of the East, number 24, Andre Armenion. Also at guard, 6'2" from Adamson University, number 19, the Cebuano sniper, Patrick Cabahug. At center, 6'4" from University of San Jose Recoletos, number 10, Kevin No Fear Villafranca. At forward, 6'3" from Adamson University, number 18, E.G. Boy Mojica. And the other forward, 6'4" from Adamson University, number 20, the Macho Man, Simon Camacho. Their coach is Aldrin Morante. Our game officials, crew chief, Ruel
Hindi
Tolentino,
mo nagbago yung pangalan ng ating announcer. Sumabit lang talaga ako sa dulo kanina. Still Ken Pangilinan as we take a look at our starters brought to us by TM Easy Serve 99.
Enoch Valdez joining your usual starters, Byron Villarias, Ronnie Matias, James Castro, and Jan Normal. He did have 13 rebounds in their last game. And para naman dito sa panig ng Medical Depot, your usual suspects para dito kay Coach Alvin Morante.
Camacho, Mojica, Villafranca, Armenion, and Cabahug they have been a very steady group here para sa Medical Depot. Will it translate to a win? We will find out today. First game of our doubleheader dito po sa Subic Bay Gym. And this is, nakita ko na yan, day number 16.
Game number 46.
Game 46. And of course, this first quarter brought to us by TikTok. It feels like we've been here forever, but it has been an enjoyable ride so far dito sa ating Filbasket bubble. Here's Simon Camacho. He had 2 dunks in his last game. Elects to drive for the layup this time as Ronnie Matias clears para dito sa white shirts nitong Burlington EOG Sports. And here is the 3-pointer, Byron Villarias. He was a crucial factor in the win contra sa Davao.
Oh yeah, definitely. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Was the steady veteran for them, that presence that they really needed against a very experienced squad like the Davao Occidental Tigers.
And I believe he scored 7 points in that crucial fourth quarter. Kevin Villafranca from Cebu scores.
Well, Kevin Villafranca has been playing very quality minutes para dito kay Coach Alvin Morante. He did have 9 points in their last game, played 26 minutes, and really aiding Simon Camacho inside that interior.
Na tinitignan ko yung numbers dito ng Medical Depot. It's not every day that you have 4 guys in double-figure rebounds in the win against FSD Makati Army.
And one of those guys was their lead point guard, Andre Armenion.
Yes.
11 rebounds for the former UE guard in that game. although he did only have 4 points, he also dished out 7 assists. So really one of the steadying factors para dito kay Coach Alvin Morante.
Was a plus 12 also in that game. Here's Cabahug. They get it inside to Villafranca again. He's the only one who has scored so far. Armenion tries to reset. Nice pass inside to Villafranca.
And that's exactly what Andre Armenion can bring to the table. A lot of playmaking and a very steady presence at that point guard spot. Ganda rin ang storya nito ni Andre. He started out sa Ateneo, played for the Glory B Team B, but then eventually said, you know, I need a break. I'm going to go to the University of the East. And there he eventually got to play in the UAAP. And now he's here sa Filbasket Subic Championship, proving that he could play with the best.
Nagpa-draft na ba itong batang to?
Hindi pa.
Hindi pa. I mean, this guy, I can see this guy play in the PBA, ha?
My future to,
May future talaga. As Ronnie Matias, a former PBA player, lines up a 3 and hits it. So Ronnie Matias slowly getting back into game shape. This is actually his first start of the tournament, and they will need him in the playoffs. Itong veteranong si Ronnie Matias out of the University of Manila. 5-4 ang ating score. Burlington EOG Sports. Abante ng isa rito. Cabahug tries to get it inside again to Villafranca. So makikita natin, decoy na so far yung dalawa nilang masasabi natin gunners, Camacho and Cabahug, have not really asked for the ball. They've been going to Villafranca early.
Yeah, and tataka rin ako dito kay Coach Alvin Morante. In their past few games, they haven't really set up a lot of plays para dito kay Patrick Cabahug, especially after he recorded the erstwhile tournament record for most points in this league with 31 points. But after that, he has been blowing hot and cold. He had 9 points after that 31-point explosion, and then had 19 and then 17 in their last game. But those points, he had to bleed for them. Yung last game nga nila where he had 17 points, he was 5 out of 16. Imagine that. He accounted for half of their team's 3-point attempts.
Well, he is a gunner, and I guess kasabihan nga natin, shooters will always be shooting, but they do have to set up Cabahug a lot. They've been setting up this guy a lot. Ito si Edgy Boy Mojica, but he comes up empty on the drive. Enoch Valdez, another interesting numbers, another set of interesting numbers para dito kay Valdez as Villarreal misses from the outside. Only 2 points in their last outing, but had 13 rebounds. Off the bench yun, ha?
Enoch Valdez provides a lot of energy para dito kay Coach Britre Roma, and he is one of those forwards for them together with Jan Ramal, Kenneth Villapando, and Jetro Sombero, who are very long, very athletic, and they bring a lot of energy on both ends of the floor.
And salamat sa Coco Life, our official partner dito sa Filbasket Subic Championship. Both teams shooting blanks at this moment. It is still 5-4 in favor of Burlington EOG. Castro makes his move. Nasingitan yung depensa ni Armenion. And the rebound to Camacho.
Slow start here for both teams.
And talking about Valdez, you know, the last time I saw a Valdez wear a number 2 jersey, puro MVP ang nakuha nun. Pero nasa bahay ni Kuya ngayon.
Oo nga, no? Buhay na pala ulit yun.
Yeah. Well, Enoch, wearing the jersey number 2 na Valdez, will take a seat right now. Humingi siya ng sub, actually. Yeah, up-tempo game tired him out early. So a bunch of subs here. We're going to see Kenneth Villapando. Kasama na rin dito ito si Renzo Navarro. And we're going to see John Nermal, as you said. So Kevin Villafranca has so far owned all the points for Medical Depot. He's got 5 in the game. Produkto ng University of San Jose Recoletos in Cebu, one of the top teams of the CESAFI.
Alam naman natin yung Cebu, very basketball-rich province yan.
We do have a lot of Cebuanos also here. We saw 2 of them in action yesterday, at least yung nag-aaral sa University of the Visayas Juniors. And itong si June Manzo, pati si Orlan Wamar. In that win that they had, and nail-biter for win, para sa San Juan Knights go for gold yesterday against the Pasig Santa Lucia Realtors.
Actually, this Medical Depot team pa lang, marami ng Cebuano dito.
Yeah. Matias on the post-up, and he got the chair pulled from under him. Great defense by Villafranca. Here's the outlet now for Mojica, and that's a great chase down coming from John Nermal.
And that's really what guys like John Nermal can do here. And you see him going coast to coast, but Ronnie Matias able to tip that miss in.
Matias now with 5 points in the game, but John Nermal not giving up on the play with the chase down. So Burlington EOG Sports back on top, Heavy.
Bagay na bagay talaga itong mga players like John Nermal, Kenneth Villapando, Enoch Valdez sa sistema na pinapatakbo nito ni Coach Britre Roma.
Well, for Simon Camacho now, they're not setting up any plays for him again. Here's Cabahug, hemmed in. Lalabas dito kay Villafranca, thinking 3, 4 on the shot clock now. And that's going to be an illegal pick set by Kevin Villafranca.
The referees have been calling that very, very consistently. That any slight hip movement, even a handoff or on the pick, as you can see here, look at that slight movement when he handed off.
Yeah.
And meron pang ang arm na kasama. Referees won't hesitate to blow the whistle on that one.
Ronnie Matias will take a seat after scoring 5 points here in the first quarter. 2 for 2 from the field as we see Alvin Baitiong in for the first time. They get it out to Nermal. And Nermal has been quiet offensively in the past couple of games. Only scored 8 points in the win contra sa Davao.
That's right. But yun nga, with this Burlington EOG Sports team, a lot of players are able to step up on different occasions. When one guy isn't performing well, someone will pick up the slack.
And again, if your name is not Villafranca, you do not belong on the score sheet here for Medical Depot. Everybody missing so far. Evian Melencio in the game for the first time now for the Blue Shirts. They get it inside to Villapando. Very patient offense being shown here by Burlington EOG. That time, medyo nahirapan itong si Villarias, and a long bomb galing kay Navarro does not work. Baitiong keeps it alive. They get it inside to Villapando. And he is stripped by Villafranca.
Well, the length of the Medical Depot squad not allowing itong Burlington EOG to get an attempt inside the paint. Tingnan mo, pagpasok pa lang nila, mandun na si Kevin Villafranca nakaharang.
So finally, somebody whose surname is not Villafranca scores as Patrick Cabahug gets his first field goal of the game. It's a 3-pointer, no less. And an offensive foul will be called here against Alvin Baitiong. But Camacho just committing to the drive, and then sabi ni Baitiong, patay tayo dito.
Well, if you leave Patrick Cabahug that wide open, he will not hesitate to shoot. And that is a lot of space for him.
Well, JP Maguliano is in for the first time. Maikli lang ang naging playing time din to si Alvin Baitiong.
Well, JP Maguliano, one of the players who have been playing well in this tournament para kay Coach Britre Roma.
Melencio is hit as he tried to drive. This is before the shot. And the foul is on Renzo Navarro. So 3 minutes and 40 remaining dito po sa ating first quarter. The lead is 2 para dito sa Medical Depot, courtesy of that Patrick Cabahug transition 3 earlier. Camacho hasn't really looked for his offense. He's 0 for 1 so far. Pick and roll action. Here comes Camacho. And he was bothered there by Villapando.
That was a clean block atop by Kenneth Villapando.
And there's going to be a whistle before the shot of Byron Villarias. So they're seeing the signal was, I think, 23. Wala naman 23 dito sa kupunan ng Medical Depot.
So referee's gonna confirm with the score.
Kasi minsan, yung nangyayari dyan sa mga referees, nasisenyas nila kung sino yung na-foul. Nangyayari yan even sa PBA. So it is Mojica who will be called for the foul. And Don Ochea is gonna come in, so another rebounding vacuum cleaner ay pinasok dito ni Coach
And another
Alvin.
guy from the Adamson Falcons.
So ikot ng bola ngayon. Oh, nice pass. Papunta rito kay Byron Villarias who knocks it down.
Got to shoot that 3-pointer from the right area kanina, pero may tinawagan ng foul. That's why it didn't count. Able to shoot it from the left corner, but Simon Camacho responding right away.
Ang tawag dito ni Ken Pangilinan, the Macho Man, may Randy Savage na eh. Dapat bigyan natin siya ng ibang, tinatawag ko siya kanina, the Macho Machine.
The Macho Machine,
diba? Oo. Yan ang isang model ng Toyota nung 80s, the Macho Machine. Sports car ng Toyota nung 80s. Since hindi na masyadong ginagamit, wala na Macho Machine. How about that? Let's just call him that as this free throw is brought to us by Wilson, the official basketball of the Filbasket Subic Championship.
I'm really liking the chances of Simon Camacho climbing up to the PBA after this performance.
He just needs to bulk up. Yan na lang talaga yung kulang dito. I mean, you're athletic. Everybody in the PBA is going to be athletic, especially in that 3-4 position. So if you can bulk up, as Maguliano scores, yung mga ganyang kalapad, Maguliano, bigay mo kay Camacho, okay na yan, pro-ready na.
That's right.
12 all.
And especially if you really gets consistent on that outside shot.
Oh. Come in and play the 3 and then have the prowess of a 4 in the PBA. That'll be really great. As Melencio comes up empty. Here comes Villapando defying everybody. And Cabahug will be whistled for this one.
Simon Camacho asking for a travel there, but that was clear 1-2 step for Villapando before he went up for the shot and got fouled.
Makakalito na nga yung traveling ngayon because if you see it on the replay, it's not a traveling, but initially you think it is, di ba?
And that's why it's so refreshing to have instant replay.
Ang dami pang angle ngayon. 2:32 remaining as Kenneth Villapando gets to the free throw line. Ito rin another quiet performer para dito kay Coach Britre Roma. He's got the length, he's got the timing, which is very, very important sa rebounds at saka sa blocks.
Well, these guys, guys like Kenneth Villapando, they not always produce the points, but the intangibles, you don't always see it on the box score, but their energy, how they contribute on defense, especially like that, although he fouled Simon Camacho on that play. But things like that, very important to the cause of Burlington EOG Sports.
Minsan mo lang makita mag-react. Etong si Kenneth Villapando is usually a quiet guy, but he got tagged for that. So ito ngayon, si Simon Camacho, the number 1 in terms of statistical points player natin dito sa Filbasket.
Though sobrang layo talaga ng discrepancy niya from number 2 Renz Palma. 210 in the index of success.
And he almost had a triple-double the other day when he went up for what was that? I believe he had 22 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 blocks in that game.
That is just crazy. He is averaging more blocks than last place Muntinlupa.
At one point in this tournament, Simon Camacho was averaging more blocks than 6 other teams here in the competition as Cabahug comes up empty. Melencio, yes. Less than 2 minutes remaining dito sa ating first quarter. It's been a close one so far, 15-14. Medical Depot, abante ng isa. Villapando puts it on the floor, attacks the defense, and gets it to go.
Oh, gutsy drive there by Kenneth Villapando, attacking top MVP contender Simon Camacho.
4-4 ang record po nitong Medical Depot, and you get the feeling that they're just warming up dito and peaking at just the right time in our tournament.
Well, it's important for them to gain a good placing because if you're Medical Depot, you do not want to go up against the top teams with a twice-to-beat disadvantage.
Our TikTok move of the game coming from Kenneth Villapando, and according to Kevin Harlan, with no regard for human life. No regard for the MVP candidate naman. So Ian Melencio at the free throw line. He has been very, very steady as the backup. Actually, ang ganda rin ng point guard rotation dito. This is a battle of 2 heady point guards, yung coaches when they were still players.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about Britre Roma when he was playing for San Beda, and of course itong si Aldrin Morante when he was playing for San Sebastian.
So always nice to see teams coached by former point guards.
Yeah. And I'm liking the warm-ups nitong kuponan ng Medical Depot. Ina-arbor ko na ngayon kay Camacho kanina. Very stylish. 1 minute and 15 remaining. Cabahug squares up. In and out. Battle for the rebound secured here by Melencio as we thank our friends from the Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority and the Central Luzon Regional Task Force. Fast break na naman, and Jet Vidal will score.
Excellent lead pass there by Renzo Navarro to the veteran Jet Vidal who finishes on the touchdown.
18-17, less than a minute remaining dito sa ating first quarter. The 1-point lead belongs to Burlington EOG Sports, and a steal by Vidal. And we're going to have a 3-on-2 as Vidal can't finish. And Revog Sang with a good bother.
Well, I'm sure Jet Vidal was very frustrated that he missed that floater.
Camacho as Melencio pulls it back. 13-second difference between the clocks. Camacho makes his move on Elgin Saldana. Puts up the 3, almost gets it to go off the glass. Melencio with the offensive rebound. Drops it inside to Ugsang. Melencio from 15, yes!
4 points already in the game for Ian Melencio.
And 19-18, foul given up by Melencio. I believe he's got 6 already. It's like 2 field goals and 2 free throws already in this game.
Oh, that's right, 6 points.
And ito ngayon, he gives up the ambush foul at medyo nasaktan doon si Renzo Navarro. As James Castro comes in, what a performance he had in the win against the Davao Occidental Tigers. You did mention 19 points, but a very efficient 19 points. That included 7 of 11 shooting from the field. They do have 2.2 seconds to have the last say.
He was the catalyst of that big second half comeback para dito sa Burlington EOG. And not just his production, his defense, his leadership, and his playmaking was very vital to the cause for the victory dito sa Burlington EOG.
Na improper bench decorum ng Medical Depot dito with 2.2 seconds remaining here in the first. Can they grab the lead once again? Burlington EOG Sports, they go to Villarias. And Byron lets it fly at the buzzer. Good line, but short. So at the end of the first 10 minutes of action, Medical Depot 19, EOG or Burlington EOG Sports 18. And of course, this started out pretty much the same way it ended. Ronnie Matias with 5 points so far here in the first quarter. Then Simon Camacho finding etong si Patrick Cabahug for his first triple of the game. That's his only triple so far. And sa pag-ikot ng bola, sabi ni Byron Villas, pahingin na rin ng isang 3-pointer. 19-18. The last play, of course, that we're going to be showing you is this jumper from Ian Melencio, 6 points off the bench. So far, it is a very tight ball game that we have here, 19-18.
When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle.
Donachea and the rest of the Medical Depot squad is up by 1 coming into the second quarter, 19-18. And of course, our second quarter is brought to us by Grab Food. Noel Zarate pa rin po, kasama si Javi Palanya. And a quick penetration by the captain, Robbie Darang, who's seeing his first action of the game.
Robbie Darang only had 1 point in that victory against FSD Makati Army, playing limited minutes.
Well, he is the third point guard dito. He is the captain of the squad. That's how deep the point guard position is para dito kay Coach Aldrin Morante. And here's Castro, tries to jackknife it inside, bothered. Saved by Valdez, who's back in. Maguliano, somehow it winds up still in the hands of James Castro.
Well, that pass really threaded the needle on that one. Lucky break there for JP Maguliano. That would have been a turnover.
Yeah, makukuha na sana ni Camacho. He's got 1 steal already in this game. Ochea doesn't really shoot from the outside. This guy does. Janelle Bauzon. 5 on the shot clock ngayon para kay Darang. Now picked up by Valdez. Bauzon has to put this one up. Slightly offline. Oh, Camacho at the right place at the right time.
That's going to be the easiest rebound Simon Camacho will have in this game for sure.
Pressure is on ngayon para dito sa Medical Depot. Maguliano has it now in the front court. 8:40 remaining dito sa ating second quarter. Again, this is a game for positioning. Vidal deep 3. Tracks it down. Vidal on the drive. Yes.
Oh, kasalanan yun ng bantay ni Jet Vidal there. Should have boxed out the shooter there. That's basic.
Usually as the shooter, you know kung saan babagsak yung bola. Lamang ka na kaagad sa offensive rebound, especially on a long offensive rebound.
Of course, yeah. Long rebound, a long shot, long rebound.
Bauzon on the fake, gets the first step on Maguliano and almost gets it to go. So JP Maguliano will be whistled for his first.
Janelle Bauzon recognizing that he has a speed advantage over the former AAC player.
Another one of those long centers na meron dito. Itong si Coach Aldrin Morante. And Aldrin Morante, of course, was a former PBA player sa hindi po nalalaman na marami. He was one of those who was elevated from the Tanduay PBL team to the PBA. Kasama nila Eric Menk, kasama nila Alvin Magpantay, itong sila Jomer Ruby. And he only played 1 season in the PBA before the NBA called him to play for the Pampanga Stars.
Where I believed he played with Coach Randy Alcantara.
He played with Coach Randy in the PBL.
Oh,
Natanong ko
okay.
na yun sa kanila. They were teammates in Tanduay, actually in the PBL. Coach Randy, I think, played for the San Juan Knights na kaagad noong time na yon. As we thank Coco Life, our official partner here in the Filbasket Subic Championship, Jet Vidal hits the three-pointer. And we are tied at 25.
That's already Jet Vidal's second field goal of this game. 5 points in the game para dito sa former Perpetual Help Altas.
Darang changing it up. Finally, they get it to Camacho at inaasawa. That's the term that they use. Inaasawa siya rito ni Enoch Valdez. That's a great strategy. And we have Tristan Albino seeing his first action of the game. That's his job, to shoot all of these long jumpers. And there's going to be a hold called on Medical Depot.
That's good box out there by the whole Burlington EOG squad. And let's look at right there. The ball fake. Nobody really going to Jet Vidal there and no hesitation.
Hindi nyo ba nire-respeto range dyan? Mas binantayan nyo yung pasa kesa dun sa tira.
Ba kasi di na daw na nila nakikilala tong si Jet Vidal.
Oh my gosh, Jet Vidal is one of the most lethal shooters ever to come out of the Alta system. Here is Maguliano.
JP Maguliano, one of the great stories that we have dito sa Filbasket Subic Championship. He was also a student of the Adamson University, but he was only a regular student, but eventually got to play in the NCAA by way of Emilio Aguinaldo College.
And we have a foul here called on Valdez. Regular student, ganyang kalaki. This guy's about 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, I know, and I was like, whoa, that's a nice story to tell.
Yeah,
Nag-walk-in lang siya sa AYAC.
well, at least the Falcons' loss is the Generals' gain. There's Brit Roma naman on your screens right now. Boy, I covered this guy when he was a freshman in San Beda. And big shoes to fill because they had just lost Christian Calagio to graduation that year. That umabot pa rin ang playoffs sa San Beda with Brit Roma as one of their point guards.
I'd love to watch some Brit Roma highlights.
Oh my gosh, that was 1998, I believe, nung na-cover ko si Coach Brit Roma. Pero of course, the top team at the time was itong kupunan ng San Sebastian, winning all of those championships. They had like 5 in a row as Robbie Darang hits a 3. Yung panahon nila Romel Aducol yun eh.
Oh, wow.
San Sebastian at Romel Aducol, naabutan pa doon Rodney Santos, Brixter Encarnacion. That was a really powerful lineup. Banjo Calpito, yan yung powerhouse San Sebastian lineup during the time of Coach Brit Romas. Maguliano can't get the 3 back. 30-27 ang ating score. 3-point lead for Medical Depot. Darang attacks. Wow, what an aggressive performance so far for Robbie Darang.
Well, he has 5 points in this game.
At nakuha niya yung foul doon kay Jet Vidal. Sort of reminds you of a smaller version of Justin Melton, right?
That's right. And I think Robbie Darang has had instructions from Coach Aldrin Morante na kasi alam siguro, for sure the game plan of the Burlington EOG Sports squad is to mark top guns like Patrick Cabahug, Simon Camacho, Ejiboy Mojica, and maybe even Dave Moralde. And they know these guys will be the ones that Medical Depot will depend on. So Robbie Darang taking advantage of being the decoy here.
And the free throw brought to us by Wilson, the official basketball of the Filbasket Subic Championship. 5-point lead now. This actually is the biggest lead of the game already para dito sa koponan ng Medical Depot. It's been that close. James Castro asking for a big pick galing dito kay Alvin Baitiong. Here's your pick and roll, and Baitiong is gonna be the bulldozer. But he will be fouled before he could put the shot up. Yan ang magandang fullback pag naglalaro ka ng NFL, di ba? Meron kang running back, yan ang mauuna. Bigay mo sa running back. I mean, look at this drive. Boom! Don Ochea is now in another dimension. But he was called for the foul.
He was just a tad second late there.
Maguliano lost it. Here comes Darang, one man to beat. Looks at Nermal. Ilalabas pa rito kay Albina for 3. And that goes overboard. Good idea, bad result though. As itong Burlington EOG Sports is gonna call for time. Down 5, 32 to 27 kontra sa Medical Depot. And this timeout is brought to us by Astig Roasters.
When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle.
Back with us here at the Subic Bay Gym. We have 5 and 33 remaining dito sa ating second quarter. And it looks like the momentum has gone to the side now of Medical Depot. And they are doing it with their second unit plus Simon Camacho.
That's right, and they have been giving Burlington EOG a dose of their own medicine there. They are the ones having this full court pressure at nahihirapan so far itong Burlington EOG. But Enzo Navarro, as I was saying that, able to thread the needle there inside with a layup.
Nobody stopping the ball, and then steal by Baityong. Getting it over to Navarro. He missed the layup, and Baityong is going to ward off. That's not his fault. That's his shoulder's fault.
He knows it. I'm sure he does.
Talagay na natin dito. Nobody stopping the ball. That's the first order of business when you see a point guard coming down with the ball. Make him give it up muna. Eh, wala eh.
Because the yellow brick road was open for Enzo Navarro.
So here's Robbie Darang. Another quality performance off the bench. Oh, Albina stepped out of bounds and he knew it. We're going to see Ronnie Matias once again. He started this game and actually had 5 points. He has yet to miss in this game, 2 out of 2. He had a 3-pointer na rin no ating first quarter.
Let's look to see if Burlington EOG will set some plays for Ronnie Matias on the post against Kevin Villafranca.
Salamat sa mga kaibigan natin sa Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority, pati na rin ang Central Luzon Regional Task Force. Enzo Navarro. Yan ang running back. Kung fullback mo si Baityong, yan ang running back mo.
But di ba pwede quarterback?
Usually, alam mo yung mga quarterback, they're 6'5" and above. Malalaki mga quarterback sa NFL because they need to see over the defense. Yung mga running back at saka wide receiver, yung mga 5'10", 5'11", running back mga 5'8".
Talaga?
Oo, ganun yung mga height nila. Pero 5'8", 250 pounds naman. Diba?
Shucks, paano sila nakakatakbo ng ganun?
Oh boy. Can you see? There are some fullbacks who are 280, 300. Here is Maguliano. Great defense by Darang.
I gotta see myself some NFL. That's an interesting thing.
Diba, isipin mo, I think the largest fullback I've seen was about 280 pounds. Tumatakbo, may tight end pa, mga ganun din. And Maguliano can actually be a tight end also, except na ginulo siya nitong si Robbie Darang. And here come the starters once again for Coach Aldrin Morante. Inbound ngayon, Malyari in the game for the first time. Nermal over to Enoch. Nermal. Oh, ito ngayon si Ronnie Matias. Firing up a long 3 with still lots of time on the shot clock. They get it back. Valdez, second 3, no. Battle for the box out. Wala naman nakakuha ng rebound. Malyari, very shifty. At sabi ni Patrick Cabahug, tama na.
Medical Depot has had a lot of problems coloring that defensive rebound.
With no Simon Camacho on the floor, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Ochea on the post-up. On the spin, nicely done by Don Ochea.
Well, it will take more than just jumping and going for the ball. You have to have total team effort if you're going up against a team like Burlington EOG on that rebounds play.
Well, 34 to 29, Medical Depot still up by 5. Backdoor naman, dadaan ito si Byron Villarias. The defense was there. The save by Cabahug goes to Villarias. Valdez on the quick release. Rolls it in.
Another second chance opportunity para dito sa Burlington EOG. Medical Depot will have to do something about that or that will haunt them during this game.
Agaw na dapat yun ni Malyari, but he tapped it to a faster Don Ochea for another layup. 36-31, less than 3 minutes to play in the first half. Valdez. And Villafranca secures it now for Medical Depot. Cabahug on the drive. Cabahug can't get it to go.
That's a rare two-point attempt by Patrick Cabahug. He only attempted 2 attempts from inside the arc in their last game. But this guy, though, Byron Villarreal, is not afraid to shoot it from beyond.
I would love to see a Filbasket three-point shootout.
Oh, yeah, that would be solid.
I think Byron Villarreal is gonna win. Kasi mechanics niya, napaka-simple lang eh. He doesn't even shoot a jump shot. It's like a semi-set shot. That's how relaxed he is with regards to his shooting form.
Talagang flick of the wrist eh.
Yeah. Ochea nakipaglaban dito kay Valdez, and that's gonna go the other way.
And you can see how nice a shot is with the way the backspin goes.
Right. Look at this grab kitchen delivery of the game. Another assist for Andre Armeñon to Don Ochea. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining dito sa ating second quarter. Has still been a tight one. Largest lead belonging to Medical Depot at 5 points. Villarreal wants to give them the lead. Battle for the loose ball. Picked up by Nermal. Gets it out. Jumper is a miss, however. Ronnie Matias. Mendez. Villarreal tries again. This time it's good. Back-to-back threes para dito kay Byron Villarreal will give the lead to Burlington EOG Sports. And a timeout called by Medical Depot. One of the best three-point shooters in the league is making his presence felt here. It is 37-36, and this timeout is brought to us by Astig Roasters. Only a minute and 43 remaining dito sa ating first half. And suddenly, because of the outside shooting of Byron Villarreal knocking down back-to-back threes, the 5-point lead has been erased. And it is now a 1-point lead para sa Burlington EOG, 37-36. Noel Zarate pa rin po kasama si Javi Palanya as we wind down the first half. Ian Melencio back in as the point guard para dito sa Medical Depot.
And it's not just the outside shooting para dito sa Burlington EOG. It's their ability to get the offensive rebound and second chance points. Already 11 second chance points para dito sa White Shirts in this game.
Well, Patrick Cabahug knocks down his second three, and that's about the best defense you can do if you're John Nermal. Nermal wants it back, and Nermal gets it back, but it's a long two.
Medical Depot will have to do a better job of limiting those offensive rebounds. It has to be a total team effort. Even though they have the best rebounder in Simon Camacho, hindi sila pwede maging complacent.
And Ian Melencio, they've been leaving him open from that mid-range spot between 12 to 15 feet, and he's been burning etong koponan ng Burlington EOG Sports. Lamang na naman po ang Medical Depot dito, 41-39. Valdez on the hook.
And the pace has been picking up offensively for both teams in the past few possessions.
Here's Ian Melencio now. Looking up at the game clock and shot clock separated by 13 seconds. Simon Camacho. Cabahug for three. John Nermal picks it up. And the last shot could be long to Burlington EOG Sports. Ronnie Matias had a three-pointer in the first quarter. Tries to go backdoor now to Villarreal. And nakabang naman si Simon Camacho, the first of his many blocks in this game.
That was great rotation by Medical Depot there. Help the helper.
And Burlington EOG will use a timeout for the final 5.9 seconds here in our first half. Tied at 41, and this timeout is brought to us by Steak Roasters.
When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle.
5.9 seconds remaining dito sa ating first half. Tied ball game at 41 apiece, but Burlington EOG could have the chance to get the last say. As Ronnie Matias will trigger it in from the baseline. Lobs it over to Valdez, and it's taken away by Medical Depot. They still have time. 1 second, Melencio. That could have counted. So at the end of the first 20 minutes of action, tabla po tayo 41-41 between Burlington EOG Sports at itong Medical Depot. Pwestuhan para sa ating playoffs. That's what's ongoing dito. So at this halftime break, we will have an exclusive interview with Jet Vidal and Kenneth Villapando. Stay with us.
Para sa akin, sobrang blessed to, sobrang blessing to para sa akin kasi sa sobrang tagal na panahon na wala yung basketball, sa wakas dumating na ito na yung pinakahintay namin. Kaya ayun, sobrang saya, masarap sa pakiramdam. Actually, ito lang yung first time ko na maka-join sa team ng EOG kasi before marami silang mga commercial league. So this is my first time. So napunta ako rito kasi dahil kay Boss JR, yung boss namin. Maganda yung team namin ngayon kasi composed siya ng veterans at saka mga bata. So, maganda yung chemistry ng team. Maganda naman yung tinatakbo ng team namin. Bilang isang veteran ng team, syempre, una-una yung leadership namin. Kailangan papakita namin sa mga bata para syempre hindi yung susundan nila at maging role model kami sa team.
Masaya kasi after ng 2 years na walang basketball, naaya ako dito ni Boss Diana na maglabas sa kanya sa EOG. Sa akin kasi puro veterano yung mga nakakalaban ko, like puro ex-pro, experience na lang din. Ayos naman kasi natuturo naman nila kami, nila Kuya Ronnie, nila Kuya Byron, nila Kuya James. Sa akin, gagawin ko lang lahat, depensa. Pero para sa akin, mahalaga talaga yung depensa.
Gusto ko magpasalamat sa mga tumutulong sa amin, especially sa Burlington family, RK Hoops,
Sa Goto Pilipinas, sa EOG family, kila Coach Brin, Coach Mike, Coach Ricky.
lalo na sa Dibara family, kila Boss JR. Gusto ko batiin yung wife ko, si Shell, yung mga anak ko, si Summer, tsaka si Snow, Vidal family, Loyo family, tsaka Ilas family.
Ako gusto kong batiin yung Villapando family, yung fiancé ko, yung anak ko si Juban, yung Martin family, Escamilla family, Bernardo family.
We are tied at 41 at the end of the first 20 minutes of action dito pa sa ating first game of the day. Burlington EOG Sports kontra sa Medical Depot. Now let's check out the highlights sa mga naging kaganapan ng ating first half, Javi.
And here you see Kevin Villafranca leading the way early in this game for Medical Depot. He had 6 points in that first half, and Robbie Darang looking to be aggressive here para sa Medical Depot. And Jet Vidal, of course, one of the veterans dito para sa Burlington EOG, was able to eclipse already his scoring average in this first half. He has 7 in that half. And JP Magoliano, of course, ever the steady presence para dito sa Burlington EOG. Also one of the contributing factors dito para kay Coach Brit Roma, one of 6 players who have at least 4 points. And Patrick Cabahug able to hit his stride early on, which is a good sign para dito kay Coach Alvin Morante. But of course, another veteran, Byron Villarias, has something to say about that.
Well, Byron Villarias caught fire towards the end of that second quarter. As we take a look at our halftime stats brought to us by TM Easy Serve 99.
And you see here the Burlington EOG able to catch fire. Ika nga, sabi ni Noel, Byron Villarias leading the way for that. But look at the free throws there. 2 out of 2 lamang para dito sa Burlington EOG. But Medical Depot already shooting 11 and missing just 1 from the 15-foot parallel.
And of course, the second chance points going the way of Burlington EOG Sports. Now let's take a look at our leading scorers so far dito. At wala pa nakaka-double figures, and this our leading scores, of course, brought to us by Grab Food.
And look at that, the veterans leading the way para dito sa Burlington EOG. Byron Villarias, Jet Vidal, former NCAA stars, leading the way para dito sa kanilang koponan. Samantala sa kabilang dako naman, Ian Melencio, Robbie Darang, not usually your usual suspects atop the leaderboard at the end of the first half. But Patrick Cabahug and Simon Camacho with 6 apiece to round up the pack.
And we will see now if this game continues to be this close. Tanda natin first half lamang yon. But you like the way that Byron Villarias has already hit 3 3-pointers in the game. Patrick Cabahug already hit 2 3-pointers in the game. Quiet pa rin ang ating MVP candidate na si Simon Camacho. That could all change, of course, dito sa ating second half. Itong kupunan ng Burlington EOG Sports in the middle of a 2-game winning streak. And after today, they will have only one more assignment remaining to round out their quarterfinal or to round out the elimination round. Same thing with Medical Depot.
Well, one thing that Medical Depot has to improve on here is to get the rebound game going, because Burlington EOG already had 11 offensive rebounds, 28 in total compared to just 19 para dito sa Medical Depot.
Third quarter brought to us by Wilson, the official basketball of the Filbasket Subic Championship. Here, Simon Camacho taking it strong. So both teams want to start out aggressive dito. Dalawang drive kagad nakita natin. One from Nermal, one from Camacho. And Nermal was momentarily open there. Enoch Valdez now working the post, double team. Ilalabas kay Castro. They left Villarias open for 3. That's a miss. Battle for the rebound. Melencio has it now. Over to Ichiboy Mojica. And Mojica is still quiet today.
That's good challenge there by Byron Villarias without fouling him.
Here's Castro on the drive. And that's going to be a bump on Villafranca as Nermal lost his footing.
Well, EG Boy Mojica could have done a better job there, going up stronger. But instead, medyo nailang siya dun sa presence ni Byron Villarias. He could have gone up and gotten a foul on that fast break attempt.
So we still have no score here in the third, despite the aggressive start for both squads. Inbound ngayon para dito kay James Castro. Villarias now being watched by Ian Melencio. Roddy Matias is getting a lot of burn in this game. Valdez. They get it out to Nermal. 3-pointer good, John Nermal.
Oh, John Nermal has been doing good from the outside in this game. He hit a long 2 earlier in the first half, hitting a 3 on that occasion.
That's going to be a caging foul, as they call it, para dito kay Byron Villarias. That's when you use your arms to prevent the offensive player from going left and right. Good recognition also, did you have to credit half that basket kay Enoch Valdez?
Oh yeah, and Enoch Valdez, aside from the rebounding, he has been able to kick it out to his teammates.
Cabahug, and as you mentioned earlier, that's a rare 2-pointer for Patrick Cabahug. So 44-43, the lead of Burlington EOG down to 1. Valdez, babad na babad din dito sa ating ball game. Tries to hand it over to Villarias, who now attacks. Nice fake, and that's a nice finger roll coming from Byron Villarias.
And EJ Boy Mojica drawing the unenviable task of guarding Byron Villarias in this game. At that time, Villarias getting the better of the matchup.
Villafranca took his eye off the ball and he turns it over. Nermal gets the baseline on the sidestep. Castro, extra pass to Ronnie Matias.
Excellent ball moving there. Inside, out, and through the middle para dito sa Burlington EOG.
More free throws coming up for Medical Depot, but you get the sense na ito na rin ang ginawa ng Burlington EOG when they went up against the Davao Tigers the other day. A lackluster first half. It wasn't the case here today, but a more aggressive second half for Burlington EOG.
They seem to amp up the energy whenever they enter the second half, at least in this past 2 games that they had. And James Castro starting this second half para dito kay Coach Britre Roma would be a deja vu of sorts. We'll see.
Well, titignan natin if Medical Depot has also learned. They were here. The coaching staff was actually here as we have this free throw brought to us by Wilson, the official basketball of the Filbasket Subic Championship. The coaching staff was here para ma-witness firsthand kung paano nila dinismantle yung Davao.
And of course, scouting very important here, especially in the late stages of our elimination round.
Ian Melencio already with 10 in the game. Villarias.
Well, this guy has 13.
Yeah, very consistent so far. Ito si Byron Villarias, leading all scorers now with, as you mentioned, 13 points. Mojica. Now picked up by Matias. Does the crossover. Gets it to Camacho. And Simon Camacho with a 3-point play opportunity. Britre Roma is upset at the defense.
Didn't see a lot of that in the first half. Let's look at that right here. EG Boy Mojica dissecting the defense of Ronnie Matias and handing it off to his former Adamson Falcon teammate Simon Camacho for the hoop and the harm.
Simon Camacho, 8 points in the game so far. He did have 2 blocks. I mentioned he had 1 earlier, but he has 2 blocks in the game and now completes the 3-point play.
But only 3 rebounds.
Well, he's gonna get there. At least may mga offensive rebounds na rin siya nakukuha. Salamat sa Coco Life, our official partner here in the Filbasket Subic Championship, as we come up on 7 minutes to play here in the third. Castro posting up on the smaller Ian Melencio. Lalabas dito kay Jetro Sombero. And it's taken away by Patrick Cabahug. And he has the lead and he is not gonna look back.
I thought that Jetro Sombero was able to catch up there.
Simon Camacho came out of nowhere to get that. Tied at 50 ngayon. Mojica tried to give them the lead. Villafranca follow up and he'll have to earn it from the free throw line. So after the very aggressive start nitong Burlington EOG, here is the counter for Medical Depot.
Jetro Sombero there getting swiped by the veteran Patrick Cabahug, and he goes all the way for the deuce.
Cabahug also in double figures na ngayon. Nermal takes a seat. Jet Vidal, who also had a great performance, as you mentioned, 7 points in the first half. Kevin Villafranca scored the first 6 points of the game para dito sa Medical Depot.
And this is his first score since then.
So the Cebuano, who has the same hairstyle as Boy Eram. Mapagkakamalan sila pag naglakad sila sa mall, di ba? Yung naka-CVs lang sila. Lalakad. Uy, si Eram, oh. Just because of the hairstyle.
Eh, yung laro.
Actually, medyo similar, di ba? Medyo similar. Here's Maguliano trying to body up on Camacho, and Simon brought out his arm. If he was just protecting with his body, baka hindi siya natawagan doon.
Well, first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity first to congratulate all of the new doctors who passed the medical licensure exams. Special shout out to my fraternity batchmate, Marius Marquez. Congrats, batch.
Congrats to all of our new physicians. We need you. There's a little bit of a pick and roll action now. Matias, dinan sa ilalim. Wala. And here comes Medical Depot once again, trying to protect this 1-point lead. 51-50. Melencio, zigzag. Nawala yung bola. Makukuha naman ni Maguliano. Castro wants to up the tempo at any opportunity he can. Castro, dinan sa ilalim ng depensa ni Simon Camacho.
Wow!
How did he do that?
He literally went under the arms of Simon Camacho.
Mojica gets it back with a 3-pointer, but that was a spectacular move by James Castro.
Well, this game finally living up to its billing here.
Yeah.
Actually, even amping up the tempo. It was already a good start in the first half.
Now the lead is 2 for Medical Depot. Magoliano blocked by Camacho. That's his third in the game. Here's Matias. Tries the wraparound, but Magoliano was not ready. I want to see that James Castro layup earlier, and I'm sure we're going to have an opportunity to view it once again. Our TikTok move of the game.
Wow. It is not every time that you can scoop it up under the arms of Simon Camacho.
Pati si Camacho, nagulat kung saan dumaan yung tira doon ni Castro. Camacho now on offense with a left hand. Now he's in double figures with 10.
And you just see here the development of Simon Camacho. He didn't have a lot of post moves when he was playing for Adamson in the UAAP. He was really more of a role player for the Falcons in that time. But now talaga nakita mo na develop niya na yung offensive arsenal niya.
Three-pointer, it's a line drive galing dito kay Ian Melencio. Another steal though picked up there by Simon Camacho and a foul given up by Melencio. Kasi naka-early offense dito ng Burlington EOG. See this one again. How many moves have you developed here? That is just a spectacular shot as well. For our MVP, leading MVP candidate, Simon Camacho. Andre Armeñon back in. The lead of Medical Depot is 4 at 56-52. Renzo Navarro. Matias straight away. Another rebound here for Camacho.
Now starting to pile up for Simon Camacho, talking about his rebounding.
Momentarily open. Camacho sees an opening, gets it over now to Villafranca. And Kevin Villafranca is going to score.
That inside combination of Villafranca and Camacho has been doing wonders here for Coach Aldrin Morante.
This is the biggest lead of the game now para sa Medical Depot. 6-pointer at 58-52. Ronnie Matias, pipihit. And the 3-second violation is going to be called on Magoliano. Ang daming pihit ni Matias, hindi niya naitira.
Excellent discipline on the defensive end para dito kay Kevin Villafranca. What a dream it is for these youngsters to go up against guys like Ronnie Matias.
And of course, you sa kabilang panig naman, sa Batangas, you have guys like Gabby Espinas, Ken Bono. I mean, these are the guys that they were watching when they were kids. At mga kalaro nila. Nice pass by Camacho. Papunta kay Villafranca. And Medical Depot is now starting to pull away. They are up by 8, 60-52. And if he's not scoring and rebounding, eto pong si Simon Camacho is finding his open teammates. And there's a gimme para dito kay Kevin Villafranca. 8-point lead for Medical Depot. Timeout, Burlington EOG Sports. Timeout brought to us by Astig Roasters.
When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle.
Bigla pong nabuhayan itong koponan ng Medical Depot here in the third. Just when you thought Burlington EOG was gonna pull the same tricks as they did against Davao, may handang sagot itong Medical Depot. Kenneth Villapando back in the game ngayon, trying to add a little bit more aggression. Navarro on the fake, gets it inside to Villapando, who missed the layup. Villapando tries again, and that's gonna be foul number 2 on Simon Camacho.
That was the correct call there by our officials. Although he did get ball there, he did get some of the wrist nitong si Kenneth Villapando.
At bumaba yung braso dito ni Simon Camacho. See that off the miss. Camacho thought he had another defensive rebound, but it rolled over. Kita mo, pagbaba ng kanyang braso, matik na yan.
Got a little bit of the elbow area as well.
And Aldrin Morante can't believe it. And there's going to be a whistle once again. That's going to be a hold on Navarro. who was in the land of the Giants. Both teams in the penalty na ngayon with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third.
Well, before that free throw by Kenneth Villapando, that was 8 unanswered points para dito sa Medical Depot.
Yes. And we're going to have another sub come in. James Castro is going to take the place of Renzo Navarro right now.
And he is just visibly frustrated because he has been in and out of this ball game. Had to be subbed out because of foul trouble.
Villafranca is performing well from the free throw line, and I'll stop talking now. Unjigsable.
Linis ka pa today, ha?
61 to 53. Back to an 8-point lead para sa Medical Depot as we come up on the 3-minute mark dito sa ating third quarter. Jet Vidal has been quiet so far here in the second half after scoring 7 in the first. Nermal on the spin. Papunta rito kay Maguliano. Rebound, Villafranca. Cabahug has not had any rest yet so far here in the third. Muntik na mawala sa kanyang bola. Arminion looks up at the shot clock, says relax. 10 seconds to shoot now. Villafranca away from play. Ito na yung girian ni Villafranca at saka ni Camacho. And it looks like Simon will be shooting free throws again. Four fouls already.
Big development here for Kenneth Villapando. He has just subbed in actually para dito kay Coach Britre Roma.
Oh, Britre Roma is very upset at that last call by our officials. Still making no move to sub out itong si Kenneth Villapando. They will be on offense though.
Pero ito na, binunot niya na si Enoch Valdez from the bench.
Lead is now 10 points para sa Medical Depot. And the free throw shooting is still stellar para dito sa kupunan ng Medical Depot. What are they shooting as a team?
That's already 16 out of 18 from the free throw line. 88%
Grabe.
para dito sa Medical Depot.
11-point lead now for Medical Depot. Vidal, 3. Good!
After being quiet to start this third quarter, Jet Vidal back on the scoring roll. Now has 10 points para dito sa Burlington EOG.
Arminion still working against the taller James Castro. Turns the corner. Andre Arminion overshoots the layup. Looking for a foul that time. None was called. Here comes Maguliano galloping down court. Almost lost it. Vidal will reset. Vidal for 3. And he tracks it down again. Ilang beses lang gawa ni Jet Vidal yan. And another steal by Camacho. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Arminion is going to take it all the way with the left hand. No. He was thinking of alley-ooping. Oh, nobody there to stop Castro.
Well, while Simon Camacho was visibly frustrated that Andre Arminion was not able to pass it to him there, nobody marking James Castro underneath.
64 to 58, and this is the result of another fast break miss para sa Medical Depot. Another easy layup for Burlington EOG Sports. Timeout called, and this timeout is brought to us by Steak Roasters. One minute, 46 seconds remaining dito sa ating third quarter. Simon Camacho's numbers are starting to pile up, but his team's lead is down to 6 from a high of 11. 5 unanswered points naman ngayon para sa Burlington EOG, and they come up with his full court press off the timeout. Armiñon. Villafranca, the starters have been on the floor the entire third quarter, except for the guard position. And there is the three for Patrick Cabahug.
He knew it was in the moment he released it. Patrick Cabahug, very confident about his shot in this game.
Back to a 9-point lead for Medical Depot. Castro asking for the pick now from Enoch Valdez. Posting ngayon para kay Nermal. Tries to attack the zone. Up and under move. John Nermal, wala. Battle for the rebound. Villafranca saves it. And here comes Simon Camacho. And he will wait. Almost taken away by Valdez. He is now hemmed in. Bibigay kay Mojica. On the run. Iji Boy. Can't score. Good no call that time by the officials. Here's Castro. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Armiñon. That's something, if Andre Armiñon wants to play in the next level, he'd better be as big as James Castro.
Oh, yeah.
He's just going to get pushed around. He's talented. He's got a great basketball IQ, but if he doesn't bulk up, he's going to have a problem. And James Castro is just the tip of the iceberg. Hindi pa PBA ang kalaban niya. Try doing that against Scotty Thompson.
Oh, my gosh.
Babantayan mo si Paul Lee. Oh,
Guys
sige.
like Stanley Pringle.
Oh, yeah. Stanley Pringle, di ba? Chris Ross. I'm saying Andre Armiñon can play in the next level, but ang dami rito. Ang ganda ng basketball IQ, very, very talented. But if you don't have the body to play in the PBA, you have a problem that you have to work on.
That's always the discrepancy that players at this kind of level have to work on. For sure, we are oozing with talent in the amateur levels.
Like this kid. Nilaro niya lang si Alvin Baitiong on the fast break.
Simon Camacho was drafted by Talk and Text, but was unable to sign a contract. But I'm sure pretty much after this performance, he'll have some PBA team sending some feelers.
Yeah, pretty sure that yun yung mga, you can probably say that he's a Yang Yao type player.
Oh,
Think,
yeah.
diba?
Oh, I would love it to see him play for Coach Yang.
Final 26 seconds here in the third. There is a difference of about 9 seconds between the clocks. They try to go to the high-low once again. Camacho spins. Camacho, naipit sa loob. Gets it to Villafranca. And Villafranca is going to manufacture free throws.
They have been successful every time Simon Camacho draws the defense inside with those post moves, and Kevin Villafranca just waiting for the pass.
I'm looking at Simon Camacho right now. He is breathing heavily. He has poured his heart and soul out here in the third quarter. Everybody with their hands on their knees right now.
Well, Coach Aldrin Morante has kept a very tight rotation in this game.
Yung napapalitan lang yung point guard eh.
Oo nga eh.
We saw Darang, we saw Armiñon, we saw Ian Melencio, but the four other guys on the floor, they have been playing the entire third quarter. So with 13.1 remaining dito sa ating third quarter, Villafranca may pagkakataon ulit to re-establish that double-figure lead. That's a rare free throw miss for Medical Depot.
And it's interesting to see how Coach Aldrin Morante will adjust with his rotation going into the playoffs, because he does really keep a tight rotation. Like for example, Patrick Cabahug plays 30 minutes per game, and Patrick Cabahug is not anymore a young
guy. He's not a spring chicken, you're right. 2 misses at the line. Vidal can have a chance at the final say. No, Camacho with the rebound. They still have time. Gets it over to Armiñon. He better put this up. It won't work. But what did work was the response of Medical Depot after an aggressive start for Burlington EOG Sports. They do have an 8-point lead. Etong Medical Depot now up 69-61. Patrick Cabahug getting 2-point field goals as well. No ating third quarter, one of the leading scorers now para sa Medical Depot. But again, that spectacular move by James Castro underneath the defense of Simon Camacho. And speaking of Camacho, he is just starting to turn it on here. He's giving his heart and soul to his team. Ito namang si Enoch Valdez also doing the same. But it is an 8-point lead para sa Medical Depot heading into the final quarter, 69-61.
When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness. Where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle.
Final 10 minutes in regulation. Medical Depot up by 8, 69-61. Our fourth quarter brought to us by Coco Life. Noel Zarate pa rin po kasama si Javi Palanya. Pwestuhan para sa playoffs ang nakahain dito sa ating labanan. Byron Villarias just checked in and he is caught caging. Etong si Patrick Cabahug.
Well, if we look at our quarter scoring right here, look at that, 28 points by Medical Depot in that third quarter, answering every run that Burlington EOG had for them. And part of that was the free throw shooting. Burlington EOG gave up 11 free throw tries para dito sa Medical Depot.
Still no rest for the starters here at the start of the fourth quarter for Medical Depot. Camacho traveling.
Only 6 players played in the third quarter dito para kay Coach Aldrin Morante.
The sixth player was actually ito si Ian Melencio, who started out at the point guard position. We did not see guys like Don Ochea. Diba? We did not see guys like Robbie Darang see action here. Tristan Albina. Here's Enoch Valdez now, nakalapit. And crashing the boards that time, itong Medical Depot. Oh, Enoch Valdez just ran out of space. I mean, this kid's energy is off the charts. He was just shooting the layup a few seconds ago.
Parang di napapagod eh. Sarap talaga maging bata.
Armeñon will do the inbound honors now para sa Medical Depot. Still no score here in the fourth quarter. Mojica, isolated now. EG Boy, that's a tough fall away.
He gets a tough cover like Jan Hermal too.
Oh, you do not do that. Enoch Valdez took his eye off the ball as he was trying to tell James Castro where he wanted him to go, and Britt Roma is going crazy right now.
Napakamot na lang to si Coach Britt eh.
And you get it to the point guard automatically. That's an unforced turnover against Burlington EOG Sports. Cabahug running the pick and roll now with Villafranca. Camacho cannot secure the offensive rebound. Enoch Valdez wins out. And I pointed this out kanina. Enoch Valdez in their last outing against Davao only had 2 points in that game but came away with 13 rebounds, 4 on the offensive end. Dagdag mo na rin dyan, 1 steal and 1 block.
Well, he now has 6 points and 6 rebounds in this game. He's been trying to match itong top MVP contender natin na si Simon Camacho.
And he has been doing a great job. Valdez, straightaway 3. And Valdez gets it back. Here's Villarias, 7 to shoot. Dishes it over to Nermal. On the drive, Matias. No! Boy, Ronnie didn't have to rush that one. Here's Cabahug, transition 3. In and out, and bodies flying everywhere. Castro on the foul.
And another factor why Burlington EOG is down right now, they did have a lot of second chance points in the first half, but only 1 dun sa third quarter na yun.
Again, they started out very well in the third, but then came a better response from Medical Depot. Nobody watching Mojica.
A lot of mental lapses on the defensive end para dito sa boys ni Coach Britt Roma. James Castro will have to settle down his troops here.
Tandaan natin na itong Burlington EOG Sports, they're the team with a 2-game win streak. And they would like to keep that going into the playoffs as we thank our friends from Coco Life, our official partner here in the Filbasket Subic Championship. Finally a sub on the front line in the second half as Don Ochea comes in for EG Boy Mojica. Castro to inbound. Matias ang tatanggap dito. Shot clock now at 10 para kay James Castro. They find Byron left open for 3. Yes!
And he continues where he left off. 16 points now in the ball game para dito sa former JRU heavy bomber.
His 4th three-pointer in the game, but the first here in the second half.
Oh, Kenneth Villapando, better be careful here. That is gonna be his 5th.
That's it. He's gone. Look at the way Simon Camacho just held his position just to show. Oh, that's gonna be a double foul. I was about to say that just to hold his position contra rito kay Villapando, but that will be the 5th foul of Kenneth Villapando. Camacho now called for his 3rd.
A little overzealous there on the denial at the post.
Vidal just checked in, almost took it away from Ochea. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Armenion better put this one up. And they say he got it off in time. It was Don Ochea, but he will miss. Castro galloping. Layup not there, and Maguliano can't save it, but it looked like Villafranca touched it last. Only 7 players used in the second half para sa Medical Depot.
And they are playing at the high pace.
Yeah. Uh-oh, that's number 4 on Simon Camacho.
And right away, Coach Aldrin Morante looking at his bench. Pero mukhang hindi si Simon Camacho ang papalitan dito.
Unless he goes to a smaller lineup and puts Cabahug at the 3. Yeah, it will be the case here. So this substitution is designed to speed up the pace.
So Coach Aldrin Morante still wanting to go with that high-octane pace.
Vidal missing from the outside. Coming up on 7 minutes remaining here in the 4th. The lead is 7 para sa Medical Depot, 71-64. Ochea, they get it out to Villafranca, who puts it on the floor, and nobody stopping Kevin Villafranca.
Well, no interior defense whatsoever para dito sa Burlington EOG.
The shot blocker, the legit shot blocker they have is Ronnie Matias, who wasn't anywhere near. Castro changing directions.
And to your point, that's exactly what Andre Armenion needs to work on.
Lucky break there for Armenion as he lowered his shoulder. Nagkataon lang, malaki lang yung binangga niya.
See the way here James Castro was able to just erase Armenion from that space and create that scoring opportunity for himself.
I mean, basketball IQ, I'll repeat it again. Armenion's got one of the highest basketball IQs in this tournament. But in terms of the body, lamang pa si Ian Melencio sa kanya eh. Here's Melencio now getting it out. Villafranca shoots the 3. Good! They say it's a long 2 para dito kay Villafranca.
Kaya sobrang ganda ng frontline rotation itong Medical Depot because their bigs can shoot it inside and out.
Pick and roll action once again. Ronnie Matias seeing a lot of minutes in this game. This is probably the game where he's seen the most minutes in this tournament. Pero hindi pa rin siya makagawa that time. 3-on-3 fast break ngayon. Ian Melencio thinking about pulling it back. Instead, fires the turnaround. Not a good idea. Into the front court ngayon. This is Brian Hilario seeing his first action of the game. Isipin mo 4th quarter na ginamit si Brian Hilario. He's playing against his former college coach, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right. Well, usually talaga second half na ito binubunot si Brian Hilario eh. One of the energy guys here para kay Coach Brit Roma.
Pero short burst of energy lang yan.
Yeah.
Nice escape by Ochea.
And Coach Brit Roma is just disappointed with the defense his team is displaying here.
Especially in the interior.
That's not usually the trademark nitong Burlington EOG. They usually do well, especially on the inside.
Kevin Villafranca will be called for the foul here. Makita mo rito. That's already Ronnie Matias. That's your best shot blocker. The help has to come as well. Hindi naman kakayanin ni Ronnie Matias yan mag-isa. There was no help defense. Simon Camacho looks like he's starting to cramp up as he returns to the game.
Kanina niya pa tinatry masahiin yung thighs niya eh.
Yeah, so yun nga yung mga cramps na ganyan that affect yung binti mo talaga. That's the hardest one to get rid of eh.
Oh yeah.
Yung nasa paa, medyo after a while, it'll disappear. But yung sa binti, tapos matamaan ka pa. Diba? There's Brit Roma on your screens. I mean, that happened to Marcus Douthit in the 2013 FIBA Asia Championship. He was already cramping up. Natamaan pa yung kanyang binte.
That Korea game.
Yeah, in the Korea game, he was already playing with an injury. Natamaan pa doon, and then, well, forced to go with Mark Pingris as the center, and we beat Korea. Here's Cabahug now, backing down on Navarro. Cabahug. Oh my gosh, how did he stop that?
That is just vintage right there. Patrick Cabahug, one of the more decorated players on the international scene, coming back home to play dito sa Filbasket Subic Championship.
That's right. Navarro, 3. And the outside shooting is also not cooperating anymore para sa Burlington EOG. Melencio using his shiftiness. And that'll be a foul on Navarro, and that's going to put both teams over the limit, actually. Look at this. I mean, Cabahug's 6'2", Navarro's about 5'7". I mean, how do you stop that? That's not fair.
No double team coming. Patrick Cabahug taking advantage of the mismatch there. Just a wealth of experience that this former Adamson Falcon has in his system.
Mabuti pala wala si Damian Lasco dito sa Medical Depot. Ang dami niyang mabibiktima pala rito, no? Cabahug, Ian Melencio, yun na nga, El Barbaro. Free throw brought to us by Wilson, the official basketball of the Phil Subic, or the ito na naman tayo sa Phil Subic, Filbasket Subic Championship.
And this lead has ballooned to 14.
Largest in the game now para dito sa Medical Depot, but there's still enough time. Enoch Valdez back in, 4:38 to play in the fourth. Valdez wants the 5th foul of Camacho, able to score, but cannot get the 5th foul of Camacho.
That's a wise move there by Enoch Valdez. Alam niyang 4 fouls na itong si Simon Camacho.
Almost taken away by Villarias.
Warning on Medical Depot's number 20, Simon Camacho for faking a foul.
Na-faking a foul pa ito si Camacho.
22 seconds.
Buti nga hindi natawagan ng foul dun. Armenion lost the ball. At dinaan na naman sa katawan nitong si Byron Villarias.
Here's this vaunted full court trapping pressure nitong Burlington EOG. Let's see how far it can get them para tapyasan itong lamang ng Medical Depot.
4:20 remaining in the fourth. Valdez open for 3. Battle for the rebound. Picked up by Camacho. Outlet pass to Ochea. And Don Ochea is going to score.
And you see where James Castro was? Don Ochea was so much ahead of him.
Look at the stats. I think he's trying to point out to our stats guys that he's working on a triple-double today. Because that, I believe, was assist number 8 or assist number 9.
6.
6 pa lang ba? Layo pa pala. Ano tinuturo-turo niya sa stats natin? Ochea spins. Don Ochea off the bench has been money for Medical Depot. And now a 16-point lead for Medical Depot. 85-69. Timeout, Brit Roma. That's so pretty. We gotta see it again. Don Ochea, his specialty is offensive rebounding, and he gets the stick back. This timeout is brought to us by Aztec Roasters. Ilan?
When you look at greatness, there is a lot you don't see. You don't see the path to greatness, where it starts, how far it can go, or what fuels each step. It's a thirst for more. A belief that no matter how great you are today, you can be even greater tomorrow. The greatest never settle.
85-69, almost taken away. This taken away. Melencio now makes this an 18-point lead, and this is coming off a Brit Roma timeout, and he is livid at the sidelines.
They are just all dumbfounded right here. This was so far from what they displayed in the second half against the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Valdez begging for the ball as Nermal draws the foul on Patrick Cabahug.
Foul number 19, Patrick
And just look at the morale on the bench of Burlington EOG right now.
Well, Ian Melencio just never gave up on that play. Here were 3 white shirts. He was the lone blue shirt. At nakuha niya yung agaw at saka yung basket. Yeah, Ian Melencio's played probably his best game of the tournament as well so far.
Already 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Yeah.
Para dito kay Ian Melencio.
Off the bench pa lahat ng numbers na yan. 3 minutes and 19. 2 free throws drop but hardly a dent here sa Abante. Dito nga Medical Depot. Dangerous pass. Armenyon keeps it in play. Ochea now. And that's the reason why they have 2 point guards on the floor. Trying to beat this pressure defense now of Burlington EOG. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Armenyon. Step back 3. Camacho. No. Battle for the rebound. Ochea again. And they will waste more time off this clock.
Has been a reversal of roles here, especially in the 4th quarter. Medical Depot able to come up with those offensive rebounds and second chance points. 14 points now in the ball game para dito kay Ian Melencio.
Very efficient off the bench. The lead is back up to 18 and it's going to look good now para dito sa kupunan ng Medical Depot. Valdez can't get it to go. Matias could not secure the rebound and diving for it is Ochea. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay on the side of Burlington EOG Sports. So it's starting to look with 2 and 23 remaining that Burlington EOG Sports is 2-game winning streak is going to come to an end and they will have a 5 and 4 record with still 1 more game remaining. Medical Depot will also now climb to 5 and 4 with 1 game remaining. So labanan for that number 4 position. Tandaan natin ha, first to 4th, twice to beat advantage.
That's right. So AICC, Manila, Davao Occidental Tigers, and San Juan Knights go for gold. The top 3 right now.
So far.
So Burlington EOG, if they lose today, they will tie Medical Depot because if Medical Depot is able to come up with a victory today and ties, pag double tie ang mangyari, it is going to be a win over the other rule. Pag triple tie, quotient system tayo.
Alvin Baitiong is going to be called for an offensive foul. That's his 4th, and Brian Hilario is going to come back in and sheepishly going to the bench. Itong si Brian Hilario, or make that si Alvin Baitiong. So time down to 2 minutes and 12 remaining in this one. Final score na lang po hinihintay natin dito. Medical Depot with a great second half after the score was tied at 41 in the first half. They're now up by 18 points. And we come up to our final 2 minutes. Last 2 minutes brought to us by TM Surf 99, Easy Surf 99. Melencio, not this time. A foul in the backcourt on Ochea.
And it's important that they are able to not leave their foot off the gas.
Camacho fouls out.
Oh, what a time for him to foul out. It's important for Medical Depot to not leave the foot on the gas pedal right now because if a triple tie nga will happen, it will be quotient system and you have teams like M-Trans, Pasig Santa Lucia, sporting identical records. So if they win their next games, they will tie Medical Depot and Burlington EOG at 5 and 4. Imagine a 4-way tie.
That's a very big possibility, of course. So far, I would think that AICC Manila and Davao have the top 2 spots wrapped up. Yung San Juan, 1 more win away. And they can wrap up that number 3 position. It's the number 4 talaga. That's up for grabs. So as Nermal makes the free throw, Saldana checks in. The lead is 17. Final score lang inintay natin dito. But again, look at Burlington EOG. Still play the defense dito. They want to chop as much of that away. At para naman dito, sa kupunan ng Medical Depot, I think Aldrin Morante is confident already that this 17-point lead or this big lead could be enough already pagdating sa mga ties eventually, you know. Cabahug, of course, does not believe that. Now a 20-point lead. Hilario, yes. 92 to 74. Kevin Villafranca is gonna go for the dunk. Oh boy, he missed it though. Natawa yung bench sa kanya doon. Here's Hilario again. Lead is down to 16 with 1:06 remaining. Brittany Roma is still ordering the press. Less than a minute to go. In a one-ball game para dito sa kupunan ng Medical Depot. Melencio lost the ball. And Brian Hilario is going to scoot in for another layup. And this is actually a good timeout called para dito kay Coach Aldrin Morante. That lead is down to 14 with 43 seconds remaining. Dito sa ating fourth quarter, let's take a look at our grab food delivery of the game. Patrick Cabahug knocking it down from deep. On that assist pass from Don Ochea. We have a timeout, and this timeout is brought to us by Aztec Roasters. Final 43.7 seconds. It was a 20-point lead earlier, but 6 straight baskets by Brian Hilario has cut this down to 14. This is already a one-ball game dito. And again, yung number of points na lang sa agwat ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. As Armenion is just going to try to dribble away the time, and Enoch Valdez stops him with a foul.
But this is good attitude for Burlington EOG. It's not a... Hindi porket lamang na malaki ang kalaban mo, you stop playing. As long as there's time left on the clock, you keep playing.
So here are the shock troopers once again. Ito, fresh legs off the bench to continue the press. Mendez, kasama itong si Saldaña Ozien, pati na rin si Sombero. And Armenion with some, hindi naman natin masabing insurance free throws, but at least mas malaki ang agwat. Another thing, the free throw line has been a friend to Medical Depot today.
Oh yeah, definitely. 26 free throws attempts.
My goodness.
Free throw attempts for Medical Depot and just 4 misses.
Navarro missing from the outside. Sombero. And free throws coming up for Medical Depot. So again, they will be tied at 5 wins and 4 losses. Pero yun din ang hinahabol nitong kupunan ng M-Trans Boracay de la Ia, Batangas City Tanduay Athletics, pati na rin itong kupunan ng Pasig Santa Lucia Realtors. They're all hovering in that area. In fact, even the Nueva Ecija best friend can actually be involved in that.
That's right. So it's really going to be an exciting last few games dito sa ating torneo.
Our preliminary round ends on Monday with a triple header. We'll have a double header on Sunday as well. At sinasabi ni Aldrin Morante, enough guys, enough. So it looks like officially it will be a 14-point win para dito sa kupunan ng Medical Depot. 94-80 po ang ating final score in this one. The final score will not indicate how close this game was over
definitely.
the first 3 quarters.
It was just an amazing effort in that third quarter.
Look at that.
Bridging the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Amazing effort displayed by Medical Depot. They were able to turn things around, a reversal of roles.
Kita mo yung yakapan doon ni Brian Hilario at saka nito si Aldrin Morante. They don't stay in the same hotel. So this is actually the first time they see each other since 2 years ago, the last staging of the NASCU. So it's an emotional moment actually for them. 94-80 once again is our final score. And I think Javi Palanya is going to go check on our Coco Life player of the game, our best player of the game. Again, ang dami nating kandidato. Ian Melencio played one of his best games of the tournament so far. Kevin Villafranca also had a spectacular performance starting from that first quarter. Patrick Cabahug starting to find his groove once again. But of course, our MVP candidate still gets the nod as our Coco Life Best Player of the Game. At hinahanda na niya yung kanyang mapabati dito. So let's send it now to Javi Palanya with Simon Camacho, our Coco Life Player of the Game.
And we are with your Coco Life Best Player of the Game, Simon Camacho. Simon, another great game pero heavy minutes na naman yung linaro mo. How confident are you of your conditioning moving into the final round ng ating eliminations?
Yun lang, siguro yung adrenaline ko gusto lang talaga manalo. So, yun, kahit nagka-cramps na ako kanina, laban pa din, pasok pa rin ako.
Oo nga, nakikita ko nga, minamasahe mo na yung thighs mo. Thank you for that, Simon. Baka may mga gusto ka batiin?
Sa mga team owners namin, Chairman Rodolfo Medina, Boss Michael Dober, Madam Jose Recto, and Charis Coronado, Recovery Super C, Father Albert of RCBNES, Uncle Samson Lato, and Madam Arlene Lato, and Michael Lato, and MJ Senate family, and sa mga taga Bukidnon, and sa mga taga Cavite dyan, sa girlfriend ko, kay Dap, sa mama ko, sa kuya ko, kay Ate Kit, and kay Chairman GM, tsaka kay Mayor Lawrence Umbearca, and sa lahat ng mga taga Cavite, sa lahat ng sumusuporta. Salamat.
Alright, once again, that was Simon Camacho, your Coco Life Best Player of the Game. Let's swing back over to Noel to wrap this baby up.
And Simon Camacho will also get 1,000 grab points for his efforts today as being our Coco Life Player of the Game. Once again, confirmation of our final score, 94-80, a 14-point win para sa Medical Depot, now tying itong kupunan ng Burlington EOG Sports with 5 wins and 4 losses. Stay with us for our second game for today. This should be a doozy. It is the FSD Makati Army going up against the Muntinlupa Defenders. Sa aming patuloy na paghatid sa inyo ng day number 16 of the Filbasket Subic Championship presented by Coco Life.